Hey guys, I own a zoo. I'm sorry if you can hear them. Oh, fun. Maybe not to? Yes. This is one of them. We got kittens in December, if you don't watch my vlogs. They're fun. Now that we have 3 cats now in total, but now that they all get along, it's fun. But hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's just gonna be a chill little sit down video. I thought that I would come and just hang out and talk books through the JAN-uary book tag. I discovered this tag through Sid Bookworm. I haven't been tagged like technically, but I still want to do it, so but I discovered Sid and her channel and then watched the JAN-uary book tag, which led me to Jan, who created this. Both of them, of course, I will link their videos down below. But now that I've discovered both of them, I'm obsessed with both of them. I love their channels. They're such lovely people to watch. They make me happy. So new booktuber favorites of January, and we'll start with the tag. Just jump right in. So the first question is, what is the last book you read of 2021? And if you remember, what was the first? The first book that I read was The Night Swim by Megan Golden. So good. It was fantastic. This is following a podcaster, Rachel, who is on her 3rd season of her podcast, and she's going to a small town to kind of report throughout a small town rape trial between this boy on the swim team who would never do such a thing, and I don't remember if the girl was an outcast or if she was a part of the society or what, but yeah, so she's following that. And when she gets to this town, this girl, Hannah, starts leaving notes for her, like on her car and stuff, and just like trying to get a hold of her to help her help her discover what happened to her sister. I want to say 25 years ago. Sorry for the car. I think it was 25 years ago. So Rachel kind of does like a dual investigation on both, and it's really good. It's so interesting. Of course, check the trigger warnings, check the trigger warnings for this one, because it can get a little heavy at times, for sure. The last book that I read was The Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Hand. I feel like The Afterlife of Holly Chase is a very long, hard title for me to say for some reason, but I actually finished this literally December 31st, like final book, final stretch. I listened to the audiobook. I also listened to the audiobook for The Night Swim. That's normal for me, but it was very good. I started the year with 4-star and it ended with a 5-star. I'd say that was pretty successful. The Afterlife of Holly Chase is following, of course, Holly Chase, who is your typical rich blonde girl, dyed box blonde, typical rich mean girl that's just selfish and kind of like stuck in her ways. She gets visited by the ghost of the Scrooge project and doesn't take their warning serious, and then dies the next day. And then she is, of course, and the new part of the Scrooge project, she is the ghost of Christmas past. There's a little bit of romance, there's a redemption arc. It's very well thought out and written. Of course, this is based off the Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. But yeah, very fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I definitely see myself reading this come most Christmases probably. So yeah, those were the first and last book that I read of 2021. The next question is, what was the first book you read in 2022? Technically, it was The Valkyries by Paulo Coelho. My boyfriend Austin and I listened to this on our like road trips together, and it wasn't good. We didn't like it. My boyfriend especially did not like it. We're following Paulo, our author and main character, as he goes on a spiritual journey to meet his angel and like see his angel, talk to his angel. And it's just an adventure, but not a great one that you really want to be a part of. It really painted Paulo Coelho in a not very good light. The way that he treats women especially is kind of like which sucks because, as you can see, I have it right there, I love The Alchemist. So it just didn't even feel like the same author could write both of these books, but that was technically the first book that we finished and carried over into January. But the first like book that I started in 2022 and finished in 2022 was The Hollow Places by T.K. Fisher, aka Ursula Vernon. This also wasn't like the best book to kick off the year. I gave this 3 stars. It was fine. This is following I believe her name is Kara, and she is recently divorced and moves in with her uncle at his like curio museum, like curiosity museum. Her uncle goes to get knee surgery, and then a tourist knocks a hole in the wall and they find this like weird bunker in another world, and it just gets weird. Oh my goodness, cats. It just gets weird, and unfortunately I did not love it. I didn't get enough scare factor. It is an adult horror, but it felt too young. Like, I would probably say this is more like a new adult, young adult, really. So yeah, that was technically my first couple of books. The next question is, what are your 3 reading goals? I do have a video for my reading goals for 2022 as well as just my normal goals. You can check that out if you're interested, but just like the top of the list, just really quickly, I would love to read 100 books this year. I would love to read more physical books. I definitely lean towards audiobooks just because they fit into my lifestyle better and I can listen to them faster than I can actually read. And then the final one is that I want to learn how to annotate. I've never annotated a book, even in school. Like, I've never properly marked in a book. That's always felt so wrong to me, but I love how it looks. I love how invested people get into annotating. Like, it really gives them a deeper connection with the book that they're reading, and I want to have that. The first book that I plan to annotate while I read is going to be Know My Name by Chanel Miller. So I'm really excited. I think I might do like a annotate with me vlog style video. The 4th question is, what are 3 of your anticipated books for 2022? Again, I have a video on this because there's so many. I also have a Goodreads, which is always linked down below if you're interested in seeing even more. But I Am the Ghost in Your House by Maria Ramasco Moore. One beautiful cover. Like, this cover alone, I'm so excited. I definitely want to read this. This is probably like my most anticipated of the year. And then I also have A Far Wilder Magic by Alison Saft and Hide by Kirsten White. These just sound so good. The only one that I really know the plot for off the top of my head is for Hide, which is like a hide and seek games horror of some sort, and oh, I'm so excited for that. Hi.
Hi.
Alright, quick interruption, sorry. The next question is, what goals did you reach? What goals did you not reach? I succeeded, just barely. Remember when I said I finished a book December 31st? That was my 75th book, and I had set my goal to 75. 2021 was the first like serious year of me reading for since like forever, and I read the most books that I've ever read. And I'm oh so impressed with myself for it, because I started the year with a goal of 13, I think. Then I went to 25. 25 was like my first Goodreads goal. And then from 25 I went to 35 to keep it obtainable, 35 to 50, and then just like smashed it and got to 75. And I'm so proud of myself. So this year I'm really hoping 100. And the goal that I really didn't achieve, that I really wish that I did, was not finishing all of my TBRs. And I know that's normal, that's how it works, but it wasn't that I didn't want to read the books typically, it's just that I didn't have enough time, and so I was a little bummed that I couldn't get to everything that I wanted. But I also made really large TBRs, like 20 books sometimes, and that's just ridiculous. Alright, number 6 is if there's any 2022 releases that you've seen around and don't really have an interest in reading. Most romances, I know how that sounds, but I've not seen any romance that I'm really that interested in. The only romance author that I've seriously read so far is One Last Stop, which has like a sci-fi element, and I know Casey McQuiston's coming out, I think, with her first young adult. I Kissed Shara Wheeler, but I don't know if I really want to read it. I have it on my list of like anticipated releases, but I'm not really like anticipating it. It's just a release that I'm keeping an eye on to see what people think. It sounds to me like a different version of Paper Towns by John Green. So we'll see what people say, and then that'll probably decide. But I've seen a lot of people put this on their list for the year. The next question is, what is a reading habit that you want to change? My biggest reading habit that I have a problem with is, in my head I say, I want to read, I should read, reading sounds good, and then I don't read for no reason. I'll pick up something else to do, or I'll watch TV, or I'll just not. I really want to change that. Like, I want to read books when I want to read them. I love doing 24-hour readathons for that reason, because it just gives me an excuse to read all day, because that's what I want to do. But for some reason I put a lot of pressure on myself to read, and then I end up getting stressed and overwhelmed about having to read so much, and then I get sad and then I don't. Question number 8 is if there's any adaptations I'm excited for. No. If I end up reading Shadow and Bones, then I can get on the hype of watching that, but since I'm not, I don't really care. There's none that have popped out at me. I haven't seen anything interesting. So if you know of any adaptations, let me know. Maybe they'll be good and I can check them out and read some books. But so far, no. Question number 9, which I love, is your favorite bookish memory of 2021. I started a YouTube channel. The journey of my channel was vlog. Don't edit, just vlog. Get used to that, have fun with it. Start editing, get overwhelmed. Mass post everything every day for a month and a half, 2 months-ish. Just post everything you've got, and now I'm caught up and I'm just having more fun with it. But yeah, starting my channel, which went from like a vlogging lifestyle channel to just books. I'm crossing territories. I'm a mix of both, of lifestyle and bookish, but definitely leaning a little bit more on the book side now, which I'm totally fine with. I'm having a great time. And the final question is, what books are carrying over from 2021 into January? A lot. My entire TBR, basically. I decided for January to not do a TBR. That way I could catch up on the failed TBRs from months previously. It's a slow going process, but we're getting there. We're doing our best. It's fine. But yeah, just about anything that I've read in January so far, besides 2, have been carryovers. Right now I'm listening to A Winter's Promise whilst I am reading leftovers like TJ Klune and a whole bunch of other books that are just non-stop on my list. So yeah, it's a lot. It's overwhelming at times, but I think it'll be fine. I've got a few weeks, 2 weeks, to finish up as much as I can at least, and then yeah, get started. So exciting stuff. Let me know what books you are reading in 2022. I would love to chat more in the comments with you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you guys really soon. Bye.